I looked at his smooth, cold hand, and then at his eyes. They were soft, repentant. I looked back at his hand, and then deliberately returned to tracing the lines in his hand with my fingertip. I looked up and smiled timidly. His answering smile was dazzling. Somebody please shoot me now. So, I think that Bobby Patty put it best when he said that reading Twilight was like reading some woman's sick fantasy. That, my friend, is the perfect explanation. Of course, I know what all the hype is about. Obviously, people like Twilight because they feel that they can relate to Stephenie Meyer's illusion of love, or rather, impulsive, lustful action. I condone any fan who is under the age of 12 because they can at least hide behind the excuse that the vast majority of them do not yet know what real love is because they have thus far only experienced infatuation. However, we have to ask ourselves, how potentially dangerous can Twilight be to its young fans? What poison is being injected into their minds while reading Stephenie Meyer's saga? Teen to early teen years are those in which one is trying to find a sense of independent personality. It is also the time where children will stop looking to their parents for guidance and start looking to other sources, such as books, movies, TV, music, etc. In short, the media is what shapes that particular age group's society. So when something like Twilight becomes immensely popular, obviously it is going to have some effect in influencing the way those children grow up and what they begin to believe about life. This is where the danger happens. One of the most disturbing parts of Twilight is the example that Bella Swan, the main protagonist, sets for her admirers. Let's examine the separate aspects of this, shall we? Bella declared, and I quote, her unconditional and irrevocable love for Edward, after 2 weeks since she first laid eyes on him. Within those 2 weeks, they had only 2 heartfelt conversations, one of which was centered around the fact that Edward wanted to suck Bella's blood. And in neither of these conversations did they discuss themselves, their personalities, what they had in common, possible things that you could build a relationship out of. No. So, obviously, Bella's declaration was based only on outward appearance. Do we really want the future generation of our world to believe that true love lies in the eye of the beholder rather than the heart, soul, and mind? Not to mention that in New Moon, Bella jumps off a cliff for the sole purpose of having an auditory hallucination of Edward's voice. Okay, that is by far the stupidest thing I have ever read. Ever. And what disturbs me is that people view it as romantic that she did such a drastic thing in the name of love. Okay, no, it's not romantic, and statistics prove it's potentially fatal. Even if you're doing it in the name of love, you should not jump off a cliff or do anything to potentially kill yourself. It's not romantic, it's retarded. Bella Swan survived a significant amount of time without Edward Cullen, that being the time before she met him. You see, before she met him, Bella was alive, she was not manically depressed, and she was even remotely happy. So why, I ask, does she constantly claim that she would not be able to survive without her precious Edward? Well, that is because of her sick and ever-growing dependence on her man, which is not okay. When Edward leaves in New Moon, Bella more or less goes into a vegetative state. Until, that is, a new hero arrives on the scene, one Jacob Black. Because of Jacob, Bella slowly but surely overcomes her emotional wounds. Of course, she would have never been able to do this had she not had a strong male figure to rely upon. This is because Bella has no sense of independence or self-worth. Twilight is sexist, and it teaches young girls that men are always emotionally stronger than women. That now is bullshit. I have a lot more to say about Bella Swan, and I promise to continue in upcoming videos, but for now I'm going to say goodbye. This has been Sister Grimm, proud member of TwilightSucks.com, the Cult, and the Body Cult. Former alias Noodles, now Nude Body. Yeah, you guys don't care. See you people in the future, in the event that I don't die before then. So, if you were offended or otherwise opposed to this video, please leave your spam, flames, trolling, whatnot in the comment box, and I promise to address you in my next video. Thank you, goodbye, and you just lost the game.